It's the day that you were born. It's the day your mama brought you home. It's a special day. Let us celebrate. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm gonna celebrate with you. Time to celebrate. Tell everybody. Come on, y'all. Come on and celebrate on your birthday. Come on, y'all. Hey. And many more.
God bless you, First Lady. We're just so glad to have you back here in the house. I'm telling you, things haven't been the same, but the fragrance is back now. The power is back. The love is back, and you're back. I want to just thank God for your life, your health, and your strength. And I'm telling you, the testimony remains. You came out of this thing alive, girl, and we're so glad about it. No weapon formed against you gonna be able to prosper. Let's go and run the second half of this race and let the devil know he ain't stopped nothing. We've only gotten better with this. We love you. God bless you. Be strong.
But I don't want to be selfish because I want her to have time to do what she would need to do on her heart. Is it all right today? Amen. And so at this time, we're going to introduce once again our First Lady. Amen. That's looking good this morning, may I add. Amen. Amen. She don't look like what she's been through. Amen. Oh, come on, you'll still be clapping. Amen. God has been good and God has been faithful. And at this time, I would give her this space and this opportunity. Amen. 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 I don't do no crazy stuff. I don't have to apprehend you. Is that all right? Amen. Come to hands.
You may be seated. Lord, I don't know where to start. Giving honor to God. I'm going to try to make it through this. Giving honor to God. The only wise God. Honor and glory, dominion and power. And honor to our bishop. Amen. Amen. I will get to him in a minute. You ever been so grateful you don't know where to start, but I say, boy, I ain't big from eating bad food. All right, this is good food, okay? But it was because I had an obstruction of my lower intestines and did not know it. Never been put in the hospital for anything like that. But again, long story short, I went through a whole lot of pain I've never endured in my life. It got worse than labor pain. But I end up, of course, you heard some of it, having surgery, and a lot of it I did not know because my husband, who is way stronger than he thinks, amen, had to tell me, because going through the surgery, they thought they were going to do it laparoscopically with 3 little holes, but from eating too much and not exercising, I'm a little bigger than a normal person, just a little bit, and you know, my kind of fine, but not everybody. That's all right, doctors kind of fine. That's all right, and all right. When you ain't the doctors kind of fine, you know, you have to go an extra mile, and they did the cutting. And so that's not what was to be expected, but it happened. When I went in, I just said, you know, God, I'm in your hands. Never asked God why this is happening to me. You know, I just know my life is in the Lord's hands. And when the night got rough in the hospital, and I didn't say why, but I wondered why, because the pain wouldn't cease, and it looks like it got worse. And when he should have been asleep somewhere, at 2 o'clock in the morning, my cell phone began to ring. And it was the bishop. And the text just said, because he knew he could trust you. God knew he could trust you. And so I held on to that the rest of the way. And I ended up being put in, having a surgery. And I was sitting there, I'm skipping through a lot. I was sitting there in ICU now after the surgery. And Mother Fairfax was sitting on my left. And the nurse, who God sent, she was saved, filled with the Holy Ghost. Won't God set you up? They began to clap. And because they rolled this machine up and wrapped up all the cards to my left. And they rolled it. It was rolling it past me. And when they began to clap, I said, why y'all clapping? And they said, that's the life support machine. And I said, you mean I was on life support? My God. And right then, I said, God, getting some glory out of this. God gets some glory out of this. So, I'm standing here. Like I said, there's a lot to this testimony. But I gotta move because I came to hear my pastor preach. I ain't heard him in some months, unless it's been on a clipping. Thank God for Tina sending me them clippings, so y'all shout and praise God. But I'm moving fast. While I was in the hospital, God, my mama leaves her, well, I can't tell you that, but my mama lived like she in the country and a lot is open. And she say, my angel's watching. You know, when I come to the house one day and she up in there and the door was open, Mama, oh child, my angel's watching. I said, you got your angels working overtime. Well, not only did God send me angels at the hospital, but I have angels in this church. Yes. I'm not saying all y'all are angels. I'm going to get to everybody, but God, you know, you never know how much people really love you until something like that happens. But while I was in the hospital, I do want to thank God for, she's not here, friend Yora. Y'all know Fran from the radio station. Yes. All I did was look up, and she was in my room a couple of days after I got in there. She set her radio station on something, and she drove down. Overseer Deborah Cotton. I was in the restroom crying, and when I walked out, she was in there making my bed. While I was in the hospital, I was having a painful day, and Bishop walked in with some very, very colorful flowers from the Matthews.
See there? All right.
Made my day.
See there?
I'm glad to see you, Brother Lee. On another day, they said, give me my flowers while I can smell them. You ever heard some more people say that? The Reddick sent me a huge bouquet.
All right, man.
I got some chocolate covered strawberries too.
All right.
I wasn't eating nothing, I didn't have an appetite. But I ate those chocolate covered strawberries. I thank God for it. It may not have seemed much to her, but without my husband and what he was going through, this has never happened to us, ever. We've never been away from each other. Y'all know I've never been away from the church. All my life, I can only think of 3 times, and I don't know what they were that I ever missed church. But all he had to do and take care of, you will never know how much. We have a little girl. And I know how hard it is for me to do her hair, but Sister Franklin, when he got her hair braided,
Amen.
oh, that made me smile. tomorrow to somebody else but God. I thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sister Belinda called me. Sister Belinda texted me. She's not here, I don't think. In the middle of the night, so many nights, with scriptures and words from God. 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Just when I need to hear it. I thank God for the Dixons. Some of my thanks go longer than I can even stand here and give it. I thank God for the Combs. I thank God for Sister Jackie. Who before I went into surgery, pulled out of her purse a big bottle of oil and didn't care who saw it. Rubbed me down from my head to my feet.
All right.
To prepare me for that surgery.
All right.
I believe in the oil.
Yes, yes.
And I thank God.
Yes.
I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you think about it.
Oh, God.
She pulled that all out in front of all them nurses and everybody walked in there prepping me. And she just kept on rubbing and
All
praying.
right, all right.
I thank God for that.
Yes.
My sister Rhonda, who's not here. Sweet little Mother Fairfax, who's quiet and sat still to herself, was there from beginning to end.
All right, all right.
When I was in the hospital and I was in ICU, no, I was under, I guess when I was on the life support. All I saw, I did not go to heaven. I did not see angels. You know, whatever they saw, they saw. But I remember being in a room, and really in the form of a room, all I saw was white. And all I knew was that I was laying down in the hospital bed. And on my right was Mother Fairfax. And I had just left her and Bishop going into the surgery. So it was so real until I thought it was still real, but I couldn't understand why all I saw was white, not a building, not nothing, just white. And she was she grabbed my hand and she said, everything is gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. I said, why did she tell me this? I just saw her. And then she disappeared. And to my left was my husband. And he held my hand. And he kept petting it and petting it. And he would not look up, but you're a woman of God.
Yes.
You're a mighty woman of God. Yes. This sickness is not unto death. You shall live and not die. He kept quoting things to me. And I said, why does he sound like he's crying? He kept speaking God's word to me. And the next thing I know, I opened my eyes. And I woke up. And I was told after that, that's when I came out of. That's when I woke up off the machine. I also want to thank, Thanksgiving, the Powell family cooked a meal for a king and a queen and a little princess. We had some of every kind of food. I don't know what they ate for Thanksgiving. We had some of every kind of food for Thanksgiving. Oh my God, I probably still got cookies. I found some cookies the other day in my bag I brought from the hospital. I want y'all to know I thank y'all for cooking. My husband sure couldn't cook at that time. I thank you to the musicians. Caleb sent me a text that really touched my heart. He was quoting all kind of scriptures, sounded like a preacher. Where you? Sounded like a preacher. Brother Jamonte, thank y'all for playing like I was here, because Bishop been preaching like he crazy.
Yes.
And to, Jonathan O'Brien.
Yes.
I can't stay there too long.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Bless his heart. He's everything. He's some everything.
Yes.
And to my mama,
Yes. Yes.
who had to treat me like I was her baby all over again.
Yes.
To bathe me. And some of these women are called it the same thing. I'm sorry, it's the real thing. Had to bathe me and clean me like
All
I
right,
was
First
their
Lady.
child.
It's all right.
Not one time did they know stronger. Not one time did they act like I stunk.
Right.
Clean me like I was a baby.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Oh God, I thank God.
Oh, thank you.
You gotta get to a point.
Right.
Keep on living.
You're right.
Yes. You better love everybody. Young people, you better treat elderly people
Everybody.
good. I don't care who don't do it. You better love everybody, no matter who they are, no matter where they come from, no matter what they look like. Treat everybody good. You never know when your
Never
day
know.
is coming.
Bottom line. Oh, yes.
But my mama clean me. My mama took care of me.
Thank you, Lord.
Once I drop a towel down dirty, I go watch TV and come back. She done wash it and dry it and fold it and put it back where it goes.
My God.
I love you, Mama. I love my mama.
Amen.
The new folk don't know my story. I used to hate my mama. Some of y'all right now, I'm moving fast. Some of y'all right now, when you get behind closed doors, you say, I hate my mama. I heard you in the spirit. You say, I hate my mama. Your mama, y'all don't even know they say that. But that's what they say. And some of them, most of the time, they hate you because they don't understand you.
Yes.
But oh, I tell you one day.
One day. Yes.
Y'all gotta learn how to pray though.
Oh, yeah.
You pray. I told my mama I hated her. I did it. It wasn't just something I said. I hated her. But you know, I wasn't the only one with the problem. She had some problems too. So, I had to learn at a young age how to pray to God. Because God can change your mama. God can change your stepdad. God can change anybody abusing you that you don't want to tell your mama about. God can change anybody. You just got to learn how to pray for yourself. I don't care how young you are. You better get a prayer life. I don't want to leave out nobody. But I thank God. Oh God. Oh God. For my church family, for y'all. How much does God, when I heard, the Lord showed me Sister Reddick all in the hospital. He just wouldn't leave my face. And when I was told that, Tina sent me a picture of you kneeling down by my chair. Where my chair is? Y'all took my chair. I said, wait a minute, where my chair? Anyway, Tina sent me. And the thing about it is, a lot of y'all know I had went back into the hospital. That was the worst part about it all. I went back into the hospital, and it wasn't what they thought it was, thank God, but I started having a little, like, I wasn't with that, sister. I wasn't with that at all. And the lady, and I'm going fast, I don't know how long I've been up here. And what the nurse did was, I have very small veins. They couldn't find it. She stuck me everywhere. I didn't want my IV to get out because I didn't want to be stuck no more. But it got out some kind of way. And the nurse came in. She lifted my bed up really high. And she proceeded to try to find a vein. And then she bent my arm like this. She bent my arm like this. And then she started finding one here. And she leaned my arm on the bed like this, and I'm like to myself, I've never seen this done like this before. And my arm was bent back like this. And then she proceeded to try to find a vein. That woman stuck me so I never screamed, I never hollered. I have a high tolerance for pain. But I cried and everything. And then I had my eyes closed. And then when she finally got the vein, she took the needle out. She didn't get it. She said, oh, I tried to stick that big old needle in that little bitty vein, but it didn't work. Oh God. I got so angry and so mad. When I opened my eyes, blood was everywhere. And I said, okay, God, I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding this. But I remember the words of the bishop. I said, okay, Lord, for your glory. And then Tina sent me a ready, kneeling down by my chair. And one night y'all got out and all y'all, some of y'all churches all y'all began to pray for me. And I want you to know that gave me holding on power. It did. It did, and I thank you. But for my church family, I'm talking fast, for my church family to stay all night long.
Yes.
I don't care if I didn't call your name. That's when I was in the hospital. I tell people all the time, where you are? I called you. You couldn't come. I said, baby, Jesus will get to you before I will.
Yes.
I'm praying. But for all y'all to pray for me, to take time out of your schedule. Don't think it's small for they didn't call your name. For y'all to stay all night long, even the teenagers, and pray for me. How much does God love me? All I can say is, and how much do y'all love me? So I just want you to know that I thank you.
Amen.
I love all y'all for your prayers.
Yes.
They told me I can't shout, but I want to hug everybody that want to hug me. I love y'all so much. I made it through, and I'm here. And I'm here in Jesus' name. And there ain't no, God knew when his mama had it that he was with me. My husband.
Amen. Amen.
I got the best one he ever had to offer. I thank him for his strength. I thank him for his courage. I thank him for his prayers. He lost it a couple of times. And I know away from me, we just not used to that. But I don't know what I'd do had he not been there.
Yes.
We moved and he has the house already fixed, already done. He already did Trinity's room. He is like the best husband, the best father in the world. My daughter don't even know what really was going on. He kept her looking good. He kept her clean. And I love you for that. He wouldn't let me cry. He wouldn't let me get sad. He wouldn't let me give up. He wouldn't let me throw in the towel. Every time I got bad news, he wouldn't let me sink into depression.
No, yeah.
And I thank you for that.
Yeah.
I love you with all of my heart. Oh God.
Thank you, Lord.
So I got millions coming after this.
Yeah.
So I'm glad all y'all my friends. I gotta go. But I got just one more thing I want to say, Bishop. Just one more thing. On my way to my seat, I don't know how long I've been here. It's his church. Deacon don't start it. It's his church. I don't know. Y'all young people might not know this one. Good to see you, Rayana. What Jesus, what is to you? But I hope he is to you what is to me. Watch out, David. He is all I like to own. He's my chief cornerstone. I'm glad I know what Jesus, what is to me. Hard struggles and pitfalls, I've had them all, but I prayed to the Lord and he heard my call. When it all. I'm glad I know. I'm glad I know what Jesus was to me. Can the church say yeah? Come on, help me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on, help me say yeah. Oh, yeah. I love the Lord. Let's give God praise for what He has done among us. Come on, let's give God praise for what He has allowed to happen in our lives. I'm just grateful to the good Lord. Praise the name.
Hi, Mommy. I'm trying to say happy birthday, and I love you, and I love you so much. You're like a diamond in my heart, and I would never trade you for anything. And thank you for coming back your first Sunday, and I love you.
This is Minister Lane. Just want to say to my mother, I love you so much. Thank God for His keeping power, for healing you. Truly, God is a restorer, and we're just so glad to have you back. On behalf of myself and the Youth and Young Adult Department, we just want to say we love you, happy birthday, and welcome back.
God bless you, First Lady. We're so very grateful that you are back in the house of God. That's what I'm saying. We love you so much.
Welcome back, First Lady. So glad to have you back. My brother Rodney and Dixon. That's good.
Hi, First Lady. This is your girl Bree. You know, your angel. I love you. I'm so glad to see you back in church. I'm back in church too, girl. So I love you.
All right, hey, First Lady, it's your Queen Belinda. It's been a blessing to have you back, and a wonderful time to hear you just talk and to say all your testimony of what you went through. Love you, First Lady, and hey, thumbs up.
Good afternoon, First Lady. You know I'm not one for words, so happy birthday and I love you.
First Lady, just wanted to let you know my heart is overjoyed that you are healed and that you're back in the house. And I just want you to know I appreciate, even in your hurting time, that you considered my family. We love you. So glad you're back. Well, love you, First Lady. Welcome back. It's so great to see you and have you back in the house of God. Love you.
Hey, First Lady. You know I love you. Hugs and kisses. I missed you. Welcome back. And greater is coming.
Go.
I love you, First Lady. I miss you so much. I'm so glad you're back. Came back in power. Came back in might. Thanks for being here so much. Bye-bye.
Nothing.
I love you, Fairy. That's why she can't say nothing.
She's gonna cry. She's gonna start crying. Happy back, First Lady. Love you.
First Lady, I love you, and
I'm glad you're back. Ready to step on that devil's head. Love you, First Lady. Love you, First Lady. Thank you, First Lady, for being an awesome part of our lives, and we love you very much.
We thankful that the First Lady's back. Much love. We love you.
Yeah. I do. And we're live. Are we on there? Happy birthday, First Lady. It's been a long time coming. We missed you for 6 weeks. And God continue just to heal you, cover you on this blood. In the name of Jesus. That is my prayer. And Merry Christmas. Amen.
I guess I'm ready. You're not supposed to be holding the fork.
Just say whatever you want to say.
Oh, I'm supposed to say something?
Yeah.
Well, I just say I thank God for the First Lady, and I love her. She's a blessing. Thank God for what He's done in her life, and more and greater things are on the way.
Lady. Love you. Welcome back, First Lady.
First Lady, so glad that you're back. So glad to see you this morning. So glad to see you in the house of God. It is a blessing. Our God is still a champion. He reigns. The devil gets no glory, but God gets all the glory. Remember that God is able to do just what He said He would do. And I'll sing this little part to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you, 'cause He's able. I love you, First Lady.
First Lady, I am so happy that you're back. I know that you've been gone for a very long time, it seems like, but God is faithful and He's proven Himself faithful in your life. So keep doing what you're doing. God has great things in store. I love you, and I'm glad you're back.
All right, how you doing, First Lady? Checking in. You know, we happy to see you back. I missed you, man. You a presence in this church house, and it ain't been the same without you. I'm glad to see you back. I love you.
First of all, woman of God, I would like to thank you for sticking in with me and my girls throughout this journey that we had to take. And one thing I want to I'm grateful for giving life to my daughter, D'Angela. You spoke something into her when she was going through in order for her to have life. And I just want to thank you for giving us both life. And may God continue to bless you and give you everything that your heart and your life would cause for you to have through His will. And we love you.
Hi, First Lady. I just wanted to let you know, because you may not know just how much I do love you and admire you, but I love you so much, and I just thank God for you just being the woman of God that you are, for you being so much more than just a First Lady to me, for you being the perfect aunt to my children, for you being the perfect sister-in-law, for you being just the great, mighty woman of God that you are. And I just know that because of what you have gone through, that there is a deeper anointing that God has placed over your life. And I want to tell you that you are a wonderful woman of God. You are so encouraging. Even through whatever you've been through, you're still so encouraging to so many other women. I cannot even imagine how you do it, but you do it. You still encourage, you still so loving, still so kind. And that's what I admire you for. Is sometimes I look and I wonder in total amazement of just how wonderful that you of a woman that you are. And I love the way you love your child. I love the way that you cherish and uplift Bishop O'Brien. I just love that about you. And I just thank God for you. And I truly, truly love you. And I'm glad that you're back. Welcome back, woman of God.
I was standing at First Lady's bedside. So I heard on the intercom that they needed a wheelchair in ICU. So it clicked. It clicked. Why do they need a wheelchair in ICU?
She's a nurse too.
Here in the ICU, and you don't need wheelchairs here except to transfer the patients in ICU. son, look up in here, security with wheelchair.
Security. Okay, not security.
So the nurse says, and the nurse says, it's a man down the hall.
Okay.
Red shirt on. I said, oh God, that's Bishop. So I run out of First Lady's room and I run down the hallway to the visitor's waiting room, and there's Bishop and his brother. So I said, Bishop, come on. I was saying out, but I said, Bishop, come on, get yourself together. You gotta get yourself together. I said, if this was you in there, First Lady would be there. So come on, get yourself together. So he said, okay. I said, you need something to drink? So he said, yes. So there was another nurse there. So I asked her, I said, would you give him some juice and water while I go back to First Lady? So she said yes. So she took care of Bishop, and Bishop did not go to the ER, y'all. But thank God, First Lady, you're here. It was a long journey, but we thank God for it.
Amen. He wore me out first.
Huh?
He wore me out.
He wore you out, John.
I think Bishop would.
I did. I couldn't help it, Lord. I had been through.
I think when the doctor finished talking to him, he was done. That was it.
And then too, the nurse in ICU, she kept calling me Bishop, and the woman, she said, "You a bishop?" And she had an African accent. She said, "You a bishop?" Oh my God, you bishop? You a bishop? Oh my God, he bishop. And so you bishop, she First Lady. Oh my God. And so what that did is that right? I said, you're going down. And what that did was, it was a little whatever, but also through that, it took us from the medical perspective to a spiritual perspective. So then she began to serve us from a spiritual perspective. And then she was the one to say, speak positive, say that. Listen, I don't care who you are. I don't care how strong you are. Life will give you some uncertain things that you have not been prepared for. I'm sorry. And you will need people in your life to be the strength for you that you need. Now, if it's in you and the right person is in your ear, what's in you will begin to resurface. Are you following what I'm saying? Yeah. Amen. So this has been a wonderful time, and a wonderful time as in my faith growing, should I say? Amen. And I just thank God. All right. I don't want to.
And then one of the nurses said that, you know, if you can do without because it doesn't help you heal quick. After that, I said, let me ease up. I just called Jesus when I felt pain because I said, I'm ready to get out of here. I don't like being it. I'm ready to get up out of here. So they was like, you haven't pressed your morphine. You haven't pressed your morphine. It's been about three doses you haven't used them. I said, I'm good. I'm good, Jesus. You keep it down because I'm ready to get out of here. So I wasn't pressing it. Then my sister come and like, girl, give me some. I wish I could get pressing. Why you ain't pressing? So
Lord, however we get it done. Media.
Oh, that's
taking interviews. It's all right. I say you're going down. Oh, I can't roll.
John the King.
And the cake is what would I say? The Bishop Circle.
Wow.
I have the best Bishop Circle ever.
Yes.
Amen.
Every last one of them.
My bishop said he needs a Bishop Circle like mine.
Everybody want one like your bishop.
Man, I love you, but you can't have these. They are, and they work so hard and do so much. And when I get as big as Jake's, we're going to be having trips to Hawaii, all of us.
Okay.
I'm going to charter a plane.
Okay. Daddy Kyle, we might stay on this side.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. One more time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy. I hear Brother Reddick sing that bass. Happy birthday. Woo!
Oh, blow my.
Yeah.
Make a wish. Make a wish.
This cake is beautiful.
Hello, First Lady. Just want to welcome you back. I thank God for all that He's done in your life, your healing, your restoration. I thank God that He has His hand on you and that no weapon formed against you or God's people shall prosper. I just want to let you know that I love you. Besides that, I'm your favorite brother. Remember, Christmas is coming up and I want some chicken wings on the side. All right? I love you. Mwah.
Okay. I made a card for you and it says, "It was different without you checking on us on Sunday school at Sunday school with the bell going ding ding and beautiful singing." Thank you, First Lady, for being in my Merry Christmas and welcome back.
Hey, First Lady. I just want to say happy birthday. I miss you so much. I just wanted to say I love you and the church misses you. It hasn't been that fun without you. And I can't wait to go shopping.
Hi, First Lady. Thank you for coming today. And I love you. Merry Christmas. Hey, First Lady, I'm happy you're back. I love you very much.
Hey, First Lady, it's your girl, Howard. You know I love you. I'm so glad you're back, and God is just keep doing great things in your life, in our life as the Pool of Life Church. And remember, I'm always here for you. I love you, and to God be the glory.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Wow, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Wow, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Wow, you look good. You look good. You look fine. You look fine. And I hope you have a good time. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Well, well, well. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, my Lord. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Somebody told me it was your birthday. So I just thought I'd tell you, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Well, you're looking good. You look good. And you're looking fine. You look fine. And I hope you happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, not only did the Lord allow you to see another day, but He allowed you to see one more year. happy birthday. Love ya.
I love you.